Hello everyone and welcome to the Power 9 Podcast. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the future pro, Alfian Poon.
Hey guys.
I'm wondering whether I'm peaking. No, I'm not peaking. That's good. How are you this morning?
Very tired.
Yeah, same here. Are you supposed to be working today?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, somebody told me you were.
What?
So who's supposed to be running the shop today?
I'm working on Saturday. Who told you I was going to be working today?
I don't know, Mark said.
What? But, no,
You guys swap duty.
I think
Duty.
so. Wait, I'm going to ask Mark later.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, we're out of stuff. We're out of, trash. We're out of trash bags. We're out of receipts. Somebody needs to go buy them. I hope Wilson picks up the phone. Is Wilson supposed to be working today? Don't know.
I'm going to check the schedule right now. Hold on.
Okay, that's good.
Give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, more notably, we're out of Final Fantasy booster packs, man. What happened? You know what happened? Thursday night, some guy came in basically just bought us out.
He bought the whole pack. I'm like, okay, bro.
Alright, man.
Then he bought out we're out of penny sleeves also. Some guy went in and like, hey,
what?
Penny sleeves.
Oh.
I want to buy all your penny sleeves. I'm like, okay.
What? Why would you want to buy penny sleeves? I don't understand.
It's a good question, but apparently
they're good for,
Wilson's supposed to be here today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I messaged Wilson to get some stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Smart. Yeah, I'm quite tired today, actually. I had to get up early again to go make trades.
Wow. What
Same guy.
Oh.
But yeah, early.
What do you trade for?
I traded off the foil Renoa for a normal Renoa and then money.
Cool.
But okay.
Are you going to do the D&D later on?
Yeah, of course. There's gonna be, I think, 2 tables of D&D later. So
Nice.
Yeah. We'll see. I just want to laze around. If there's nobody around, then I just want to go home. Go home and sleep.
Same.
I want to play Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Yeah. That game is literally it's basicly anime the game, because
that's what Persona has always been.
It's like half of it is just anime cutscene. No, sorry, half of it is CG cutscene, and then a quarter of it is anime cutscene. I'm 2 hours in, and I've only been in a handful of fights, less than 5 fights with people. So it's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Like, I should be fighting a little bit more. But it's so stylish. It's so cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, I love when you add end fights, and then the characters running, and then there's all these ziggy lines.
Oh, yeah.
Have you played it yet?
No, I saw some people play. It looks really good.
It's so pretty. It's really very nice. So I want to continue playing that. Anyway, this is not about computer games. Actually, this week's episode is about other games that we play. But yeah, you're listening to the Power 9 Podcast. Every week you can find new episodes on power9podcast.com, mtgcast.com, as well as on iTunes. This week we're going to be talking about the other games that we play that help to improve our Magic game. We're also going to be talking about the Commander Anthology series and give it a short review.
Mm-hmm.
But first, like every episode, we started off with our week in Magic.
Oh, yes.
Bring. So, Alfian, how was your week in Magic?
It's alright. I optimized my blue-white flash deck.
Blue-white flash. It's no longer blue-white spirits, right?
Yeah, it's blue-white flash now.
Yeah, it's like Negate's main board.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think the Negate's main board was a meta call by him.
Oh, okay.
But so now I think black-green is more rampant than Etherworks Marvel. So I might transition into more stuff to handle that instead. Maybe Essence Scatter instead of Negate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But then again, Negate hits that deck too, like Nissas and their...
Yeah, exactly. Like you
get
the Nissa, you get the... Actually, you get the Nissa. That's about it.
Yeah,
you get a Heart of Kirin. No, that doesn't run Heart of Kirin.
No, it doesn't.
Right?
It doesn't.
Yeah, you get the Nissa about it. That's about it.
Well.
Yay.
So I played it on Friday without 2 Gideons. And I played the Brisela package.
Mm-hmm.
I won games, but it felt very subpar.
Okay.
Then I put in 2 Gideons on Saturday. and I felt very powerful.
Yeah. 4 times Gideons is good.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna play PPQ today. Then I was like, I'm lazy, and I got a podcast to do. So
yeah. Otherwise, because you were supposed to do a podcast yesterday. We were supposed to do a podcast yesterday, and lo and behold,
I overslept.
Yeah, good job, man.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Congratulations. You were up. You were already up. I don't understand. You messaged me back.
I know. I wanted to take a 30-minute nap.
And then gone.
Yeah.
And then, I was here until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, where's Alfian? So how about your other parts of the week?
I casted Modern. That was fun.
Oh, okay.
And then I handled the shop. I taught a lot of people play Magic.
Oh, nice.
I like that. I think Mark was right. My role in Magic is to teach people not to play the game.
Teach people not stay away from Magic.
No, not with the comma in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Teach people how to play the game and stay
and then not play the game yourself.
Play the game. Yeah.
Yeah, some people who can't. You know what they say, right? If you can't do, you teach. Those who can't do, teach.
That's why some people become economics teachers instead of investors.
Oh yeah. Anyway, my week in Magic, we got to play. Finally started off the team draft league, and this is insane. At some point, we got to talk about like strategies during team draft because you can force colors. You literally can force colors.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because our team ended up playing. All of us ended up playing blue.
Whoa.
And the opposing team, all of them. Okay, so 2 of them were playing green. 2 of them were playing black, and then 2 of them were playing red. So they, like, it was three colors, and spread out between 3 players, which is cool. But at the end of the day, like it was pretty close. It was very close for us. We did 4 and 5. We lost. The last round was just insane. The last round, the opposing team literally had got draws every game. So yeah, I was pretty upset because I won my first 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And not even close. Like it was, I steamrolled my opponents.
Whoa, steamroll.
And then we go to the last game, and this is where it gets me so hard because so the first game against my opponent, I mulliganed to Oblivion. So like, okay, this is, it was a close fight, but then in the end, he just outgunned me because his stuff were.
He had more stuff.
He had more stuff. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't have my Liliana's Mastery. That's cool.
What?
Then the second game, like I kept a decent hand.
Okay.
But he basically had the God Draw, which is 3 lands.
Okay.
The Orchestra's Monument, Glory Bound Initiate, then tons and tons of gas after that. He was empty-handed by the end of it, and it was like his entire board was full. And I was just like, okay, sure, that's how this game goes.
How were your other 2 guys?
What?
There were your 2 guys.
So we went 3-0 first round.
Wow.
Then the second round, I won. I was the only one who won. So the team was still live. The opposing team was still live. And we just needed to win 1 game out of the 3 of us. And we lost all 3.
Wow. Holy shit.
Brian's deck was not bad. Brian's deck was on par. I believe was on par with... he was playing against Bryce.
Okay.
So it was just a matter of who drew better. So, Bryce just drew Hazoret every game. And that was like the end of the team. Okay, fine.
Wow, that's a massive feels bad moment.
Yeah, and on the other side, like what's her name? Sky's deck is slow, and what's his name? Ilham. Yeah. Ilham's deck is also slow, but Ilham's deck is very, very powerful. But just didn't draw stuff. Like he pulled from Tomorrow, I think, for 4.
Wait, what?
And all of them were lands.
Wait, what?
Like, but you time walk. Okay, so agreeably you time walk 4 turns, but still, when you're flooding out that bad, like that really feels bad. So that last round was just phenomenally bad. Like we just it was favoring. I felt it favored our team to win at least one match. I thought it favored Ilham to win one game.
Yeah.
Or the game, because Sky's deck was like okay. Her deck was but and I thought Ilham's deck was like far superior. Unfortunately, you just don't, sometimes you just don't draw the stuff.
Yes.
And stuff go
Ah,
awry. But it was close. 4-5,
yeah.
4-5.
I don't know, man. I'd be pretty tilted if I lost from a lead like that.
Yeah, we were kind of upset, but I mean, like, that's the game. I think we definitely can improve on the strategy, like force colors and stuff like that, because for a 6-man draft, you're not really eating each other if all of you are playing the same colors, because you're expected to the person next to the person one after you, you're expected to be sharing the same color, one of the same color. So that means all your teammates, right? It's possible that you are sharing all the same color because the card pool is a lot smaller. And it is expected because if you read correctly, the two people next to you should not be playing your colors at all. And so the two people next to you shouldn't be playing your colors at all. Which means that the person next to them should not be playing the colors that this person is playing.
Oh, so that means your team should be playing your
colors. Team should be playing the same colors. So in a perfect world, your team should be playing the same colors, and then like power level levels out. And it was true. Like all of us played blue, but all of us played like different colors of blue. So ideally, all three of you are playing different colors. Yeah. So who knows? Anyway, that was our week magic. Wanted to play FF card game.
Oh,
but didn't
draft.
play. Yeah.
We were drafting.
Yeah, we were drafting. That sucked. Oh, well.
I think I had a Sephiroth promo.
Sephiroth. Okay, let's move on to the Commander Arsenal.
Anthologies.
Oh, I mean anthologies. Yeah, because Arsenal sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just overpriced.
No, I mean like the team Arsenal sucks.
Oh, hey,
Since Arsene Wenger like disappeared.
Wait, Wenger disappeared?
No, he didn't. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Commander Anthology. And this just released, right? I think Friday released. It includes 4 decks from all 4 years. So the first one is Heavenly Inferno. The second one is Evasive. Heavenly Inferno, the commander was Kalia of the Vast. And this is the original commander set. I believe this was 2011. Or was it 2012?
It's the one with all the good stuff.
It's 2011, right? Commander, this thing. There was a 2012 commander, if I'm not... No. The next one was 2013. Wait, what was the original commander set?
2011, right? I remember there was C11.
It's 2011, right? Yeah, it's 2011. 2011 edition. So the next one was 2013. So I was right. There's no C12, was there?
Nope.
Yeah, so there was a skip in the year because, it was the first time that Commander was coming
Commander
up.
2012 was like Commander's Arsenal.
Oh, that sucked.
That's not really.
That's not really a Commander set. Anyway, so Kalia the Vast, and then Evasive Maneuvers starring Dara V, Imperial Tactician.
Bird Wizard.
Yeah, the most broken 1v1 commander ever.
Yes.
Then you have Guided by Nature, Freyalise, Lenoir's Fury, and this was the Planeswalker edition.
Yeah.
All of the monocolored decks. And then we have the 2015 edition, which is Plunder the Graves, which is features Marin of Clan Neltov, and this was the one with experience counters.
Oh yeah.
So out of the box, like we saw the box. The box looks pretty.
Looks very, very pretty.
Yeah, the inserts look okay. What's this? What's this card in the center?
I have actually no idea.
Yeah, nobody showed me the cards. Which is it's a fold out of all the decks and all the deck lists and stuff, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then the boxes. Okay, so we talked about the 4 decks. Heavenly Inferno, good value.
Clearly the highest EV in this box.
Yeah. Then we got Evasive Maneuvers. Evasive Maneuvers, we just checked before the show. I thought Evasive Maneuvers had some stuff.
I didn't.
Unfortunately, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
But it's got a lot of good
playable stuff.
Playables. It's got the what you call staples.
Yeah, the staples.
The,
Soul
acidic
Rings.
slime, soul ring, flicker wisp, karmic guide. I think the most value is like Lishin and mirror entity, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Which isn't saying much. You do have access to Rubinia Soul Singer. Rubinia is like
Ribena,
Ribena Soul Singer.
Damn it! Now I feel thirsty for Ribena.
Oh yeah. Rubinia is it's a hard card to find.
Yeah.
Cards like Wonder. So it's got a lot of
those
staples.
Good
staples,
cards.
Yeah. Crowsign Grip. This one is good. It's also got it doesn't have the search for land one.
Oh, the like Kodama's Reach.
Kodama's Reach, yeah, exactly.
So there's no like land ramp.
Yeah, it's got the Far Haven Elf. It's got Azami as well. So
Azami's pretty good.
Nice, yeah. So the not a lot of value, but a lot of staples.
Yeah,
good staples. Then we talk about Freyalise, Lenoir's Fury. I have this. In fact, I have the entire set from this. I haven't opened a few of the decks, by the way.
Wait, you bought it?
I bought the sets. Like last year, I bought the 2016 set.
Yeah.
I think I opened 2 decks. That's about it.
Do you open?
I'm tired.
Do you open the what's that?
Atraxa? Yeah, of course.
Oh man,
Atraxa is one of my all-star generals because the entire deck is just like Planeswalkers and Ram. That's it.
Oh man,
Mana producers and Planeswalkers. Woo!
That's a pretty good deck.
Sweet. But anyway, Freyalise. In the deck itself has some value, but it's
I mean, I saw
it's strong. It's strong.
Yeah, it's really strong.
It's very. In fact, it's not just strong. It's very strong. We played it out of the box against all the other decks. And as long as there's another Freyalise player on the table, or is there another player who is playing elves on the table, then the deck goes insane because you got like Timber, Turn Timber Ranger, which is the one that you tap and then that gives +X for the number of elves on the battlefield, and then you have and then you have Priest of Titania, which gives you green mana for the number of elves on the battlefield. So as long as somebody else is playing a bit of elves, like you're gonna have a lot of value. And last but not least is Marin of Clan Neltoth. So this is the one I had never opened, but I played against a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Cass play it. It has an infinite combo in this side, I guess.
It's not really an infinite. It's not an infinite combo because it's slow.
Yeah, it is slow.
Of all the decks, so when we played this, or when we opened up the boxes, I think our review was that of all the decks, this one works the best.
Yeah.
Because things die, they come back. Things die, they come back.
You kill stuff and get value. You wreck the enemy.
But it's not explosive. It's not like, I now have 100 experience counters and then I cast this guy. I'm not going to win the game. All the others have the ability to, I have, let's say, 50 experience counters. I cast it. It is going to win me this game. What's that? Mizzix is one of those you cast and then suddenly you storm off.
Out, then you win.
And then there's the Duck Sauce, which is the black-white one.
Yeah.
So you cast it, and immediately you just produce X number of those dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. They become like, they're 50-50 dudes, man. Then, what's that? The giant guy.
Yeah.
The giant one is cool.
Female.
Is it a female?
Yeah.
Oh, giant female.
Yeah.
I forget what's her name. But hers was incredibly powerful because if your opponent, you gotta play it when your opponent stepped out. And then if you give her haste,
which you can with Swift Foot Boots and Lightning Grease.
Exactly. All you need was like 4 counters, and you almost end your opponent like then.
Yeah.
Because double strike, vigilance. What else they didn't have haste, right?
No, I didn't have haste.
So double strike and vigilance, big for every experience counter get +1/+1. And who's the last one? Who's the last guy? Izuri.
Izuri.
Oh, Izuri is scary, man.
Which one is Izuri?
Izuri was the Claw of Progress, blue-green.
Oh, yeah.
So he puts +1/+1 counters on creatures equal to the number of experience counters. Holy
Oh, man,
smokes.
that's not...
That one, yeah. And that coupled with the already in that deck that gives some guy unblockable.
Who?
The snake dude.
Oh.
Yeah. So you give it unblockable, and after that it gets +1/+1 if it's a snake, or +2/+2 if it's a snake. So yeah, so you give that guy unblockable, and after that you just put counters on him, bang,
Then you bang.
Or invisible stalker, then you put counters on it, bang.
Wait. Izuri is what color?
Blue-green.
Oh, it's not black?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a popper version of Izuri Claw of Progress,
Okay.
and it kills like easily. So yeah, pretty good. Good stuff.
Pretty good.
But then again, this deck doesn't have the values.
It doesn't have the good stuff.
It has I think it has some good stuff. Let me go and look up the deck list. Let's see. MTG Goldfish. I think this will give us the price, right?
Yes. MTG Goldfish gives the price.
Complete set. Paper is $59.50. It's okay. How much is the evasive maneuvers? $46. Okay, then the first one.
Inferno is 115. What the
115. Yeah. I mean, it's got the values.
Freyalis
is like 75. I wonder what's in Freyalis that's worth money. Well, you got Imperious Perfect. You got Skull Clam.
Is
Skull
Ewit
Clam.
here?
What?
Is Ewit there?
No, there's no Ewit, I believe.
Oh man.
Scroll down.
Oh, Prince of Italia.
Is there? No, there's no Ewit. But yeah, you have good stuff in there.
Joroga Warcaller? What's this?
Oh no, this is Call of Spirit. Sorry, this is not this thing. Plunder the Graves is $66. Yeah, I knew it was a bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got stuff like Lord Left Troll, Sakura Tribe Elder. I think what happens is that there's almost no overlap. There's Wood Elves. I think there's some overlap with the green.
Oh no, this one has
Ewit. Yeah, Ewit is in this one. So it's got quite some value, but still, it's not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, notably it has the Skull Clam, it has the Ewit, also has the Common Tower.
And the Eldrazi Monument.
And Eldrazi Monument, yeah, that's the one. That's alright.
So, yeah. It's very alright. It's pretty good.
It's still pretty damn good. So, yeah, I think it's okay. They have foil versions of the cards. Yeah.
No, so the version of the card that they give, of the commander that they give on the price list is the
foil
non-foil version.
Oh, okay.
Which is the one from here. So then they foiled out the stuff in the commander anthology.
Oh, and then that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Except for
Deravi is like 773.
Because you can't play it like that.
Yeah.
That card's banned.
Freyalis and Marin is like 25.
But Kalia is $40. Kalia is the one.
Kalia of the Vast EV.
The one.
The one.
So yeah, it's okay. I mean that's the big draw about the Commander Anthology set.
Yes.
That you got the first time foiling of. I don't think this is the first time foiling of Kalia, right?
I think it is.
There's another version of it in the Commander Arsenal, right?
No, is there? Is she Commander Arsenal?
Yeah, Commander's Arsenal. But it was the ugly foil. I don't know,
Is it the ugly foil?
Yeah, Kalia of the Vast, Commander's Arsenal. Is the ugly foil, is the
FTV foil.
Yeah, the FTV foiling.
That's pretty ugly.
So the other thing that the box came with is the dice. What do you think about the dice?
Those aren't dice.
No, the life counters, not dice.
Spinny life counters.
Spin down.
Spin side, spin down life counters.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's cool. The Commander Arsenal one was made of metal.
I think that
one was metal, man. Metal.
That's way better. I think I touched it the other day, right? It felt very cheap.
Plasticky, yes. It feels very okay. I love the design on it, like the tree prong and then the Planeswalker logo. But then again, for such a premium product, I would
Yeah.
have thought, you know, just,
Metal.
yeah, just metal or like, you know, make it the same as the Grave Bond dice. Grave Bond was like a rubbery texture on the outside. I know that in the sunlight, you use it for a while and then it will just melt to oblivion. But
Damn.
it's cool. But it's such a nice texture to have.
Yeah.
And this just felt like it's a plastic toy. If
Yeah,
I
yeah.
drop this, it's going to crack in half, and then I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, but
and then I'm going to buy the Commander Arsenal.
I did a durability test, and despite what you feel, like, it's actually pretty durable.
What, do you like throw it against a wall? Because I know if you throw the
I
Commander
didn't
Arsenal
throw it
one
against the wall.
against somebody's head,
They will
you'll
die.
get into trouble.
Well, I think
They will also die.
I think
Yeah.
they're both the same thing.
The box itself, okay, so the box is quite sweet.
Yeah,
I like the make of the box. It's still a paper box though.
it's paper.
It's paper.
Oh.
It's cardboard box.
Okay.
But it's solid. If you sleeve it up, it fits the 100 cards. If you don't sleeve it up, you can actually fit the dice inside, and you can fit a whole bunch of dice as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, the spin down counter and a whole bunch of dice inside.
Mhm.
So cool product.
Wait,
What? Cool product. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Mega Man. This thing.
Oh,
Cool
okay.
product, but it's for people who have not had their
It's for people who have not bought any of these commander sets.
exactly. So the problem with Mark asked me if I wanted some, and I was like, no thanks, because I already have. Well, I don't have Kalia of the Vast, but I kind of don't want to play that. I don't have the Darity deck. Do I have the Darity deck?
Deravi.
I might have the Deravi deck. Oh no, I don't. But I don't like Deravi because I can't play it in 1v1.
Damn.
And then the rest of them I have like all the sets, so like
Wait, you
it
bought
doesn't
the
make sense.
anthologies anyway.
No, I didn't buy the anthologies.
Oh, okay.
I'll go buy Arch Enemy though.
Oh, yeah.
Nico Bolas Arch Enemy.
Very
Are there any spoilers for Nico Bolas Arch Enemy?
Yeah, there are actually. Wait.
There are?
Yeah. There should be, right?
No clue, man.
I mean, it's an official.
Oh, Nico Bolas spoilers and product information.
Wait,
What are the spoilers?
Oh, no, it's here.
Okay, all right. So they did come out with the this thing. Oh, Grand Abolisher. This one's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, Lightning Bolt. They have Lightning Bolt, Cruel Ultimatum in the Nicobolas deck.
Flicker Wisp, Mentor. Audric is gonna be cute, but that's about it. There's no.
There's
Not
Nissa
much.
World Waker, I guess.
Is there Nissa World Waker?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! What? It's 4 decks, right?
Yeah, it's 4. Is it?
So you got
It's 4.
Gideon,
Okay.
and inside Gideon you get Gideon Jura, which
Which
is
is it?
sweet.
Yeah, $10. Okay.
And then inside Chandra you get which version of Chandra? Do you get
Pyromaster.
Chandra Pyromaster, which is
Shit. Just give us the Flame Caller one at least, man. What the hell?
then you Nissa, but you get Nissa World Waker, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's
It's-
pretty good.
It's sweet. And then for Nico Bolas, you got Nico Bolas Planeswalker.
You should give him the Nicobolas non-Planeswalker version. That'll be pretty.
Oh, that'll
funny.
be funny.
Yeah, that'll be really funny.
But you get Baleful Strix. Like this is legit. This is legit value.
Mm-hmm.
For these small decks, and I honestly hope it won't be like $1 million.
It's
So-
$80.
Yeah. Oh, it's $80. Oh, that's the MSRP, right?
Yeah.
80. So it's 60 USD. So it's 80 Sing dollars.
Yeah, 80 to 85.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Oh, cool! And they also have all the
Arch Enemy cards.
cards already, and they
Oh.
look good.
Oh,
They
no,
look
wait.
cool.
The alternate art.
Yeah, it's the alternate art.
for the Planeswalkers.
Yeah. And I love the Nico Bolas, like, it's just standing there and, like, just gonna
Ha, ha,
crush you.
ha.
I will crush you, human. Cool. Cool.
Nice.
Definitely gonna get this one.
Then we can.
Commander Arsenal, not so much.
Let's have a game.
Yeah.
For
We activate the cameras and
then we have an Arch Enemy game.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's get on to the topic of the week. Tell us what you think about the Commander Arsenal. Did you get it? And if you did, are you happy with it? I bet you're happy because you wouldn't get it if you had all the other
Yeah,
decks.
I mean, you kind of already know what you're getting because
Exactly, yeah.
internet exists and you know all the information.
Exactly, and it has come out before.
Yeah,
What has been done will come out again. Was the
the saying.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Battlestar Galactica. What has come to pass? Whatever. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You get the meaning. So looking forward to the Nicobola's arch enemy deck.
Yes.
Let's move on to the topic of the week. Where
I thought that was topic of the week.
that was not topic of the week. Topic of the week is the games we play to improve our Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny story. I used to be a Dota player.
You used to be a Dota player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when League of Legends came out, I played League of Legends.
And then just
then my Dota-
proceeded to scrub.
No, I got better at Dota 2 after playing League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So this
actually
is
surprising.
Yeah. So this is completely related to the subject.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like completely related. Okay, so there's a whole ton of games and there's we're gonna go by skills.
Okay.
The skills that you pick up from certain games that will allow you to play
Magic the Gathering
better. So I think the main skill. Okay, so let's talk about the number one game, and this is very interrelated with Magic the Gathering.
This is the key game. This is
Yeah,
the
it's
one game everyone compares it to.
Yeah, exactly. And pro players, they play this game, and then pro players from this game play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And we're talking about poker.
Yes, poker.
Poker is the one game
Yes.
that is, it's all about keeping that what we call poker face.
Yeah.
To make sure
That's
that,
how you get the nickname too for Magic Gathering.
Oh yeah,
Wizard Poker.
Wizard Poker.
Yeah.
But yeah, poker does teach you about easily calculating the odds, and this very important skill called bluffing.
Yeah.
Keeping a straight face and making sure that your opponent can't read you properly.
Yeah.
Masking, deception, and it's all important because the way you plan out certain things reveals information about your hand, reveals information about your play.
Yeah.
Poker is the same thing. And poker, besides calculating odds very quickly, and poker is all about the odds. How many cards are in the deck? How many cards are going to be flipped over? What's in the river? What's in my hand?
Yeah.
And immediately being able to analyze the situation and see what's useful and what's not. Whether you have a shot at winning, and then if you do, how do you mask it? And if you don't, how do you mask it?
Yeah.
And there's a whole ton of like pro poker MTG players. Let me go and find some.
I know Mark plays poker a lot.
But I don't know whether Mark's any good. The Magic the Gathering, a training ground for poker pros, poker listings. John Finkel, one of the more prolific Magic the Gathering players, Hall of Famer, I believe. And
Ifro? Eric Froelich?
Eric Froelich also. So, big poker and Magic are like that. Blood brothers.
Yes.
Let's move on. How about reading your opponents? So poker is also about reading your opponents, but there are other games that you want to play that will allow you to read your opponents really well. And one of them is the classic tile game called Mahjong.
Ooh, the Chinese one.
Have you played Mahjong before?
Never.
Oh man, Mahjong's so fun. Mahjong is hilariously fun. The Western equivalent to that is probably Rummy or Gin Rummy.
What's Rummy?
Gin Rummy is this. You either pick a card from the discard pile,
Okay.
or you you draw a new card and then you discard a card. So it is very much like Mahjong or Mahjong. So Mahjong, you have a set of 13 tiles.
Okay.
So you either draw a new card or you pick up a card from your opponent's last drop
Okay.
to either form a 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, or to form I don't know what do you do? To form whole bunch of stuff like running numbers, or like
Royal straight
like
flush.
royal flush, or like some completely 191919 and then don't know what.
Yeah, it's like a Chinese poker, I guess.
Jinpai Tai, super powered. This thing, it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, it is Chinese poker. At the end of the day, there are stakes.
Yeah.
Money is involved, by the way.
It's not fun without the money.
It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. There's no stakes if there's no money. So it's really fun. So the whole idea is that your opponent drops something, and then you have to keep a running history of what this opponent dropped. Because when you drop it on the table, you don't drop it in front of you. You drop it into the table, and you mess it all up. Hopefully to try to figure out that, try to deceive all your other opponents what you dropped. And when you pick up stuff from the table, so this is where you need to read your opponent. You pick up stuff off the table.
Yeah.
And then you drop something.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to analyze, okay, so this guy's got a running set of this, or this guy's looking for these numbers.
Okay.
So when they start dropping a certain thing, and when you keep a history of that, okay, so he dropped 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, so he's not going to do sticks anymore. So I should concentrate on sticks. So that informs your game plan. Informs also what you shouldn't be dropping, because one of the core elements of mahjong is that if it's your fault that this person game, you pay twice.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if let's say you drop the winning piece, so this guy is waiting for 1 ball, okay, and then you drop the 1 ball, and then the guy picks it up, and then he says, I game. You pay double. The rest pay like 1 times of whatever the winnings were, but you have to pay double. So
wow, that sounds so.
So yeah. So that's where the real skill is. It's not say winning the game, also not losing. So you have to try to win and also not lose. So you have to constantly be on the guard, And if you know that you have the missing piece that your opponent is looking for, you just screw up your entire game. So do you try to bet that this is what your opponent is looking for? So this is all about reading your opponents. It's so strong. The math to it, the odds calculation doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter much. It does matter, but there's so many tiles, there's so many combinations.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's bigger than poker.
It's bigger than poker, yeah. But at the same time, you also got to, figure out, my opponent's on this, so how do I not die? How do I not pay double? It's okay if I pay like the dollar,
the single,
$2.
right?
Yeah, like $5, $10. Yeah, but if you double that up, oh man, I just lost $20.
Damn.
So, and sometimes, mahjong is quite high stakes. The other game that I like to bring up is this game called Citadels. And Citadels, mahjong is 4 players.
Yeah.
Citadels is 8 players.
Okay.
So Citadels, you're trying to read other people what they're trying to do. You're trying to build a city, and at the beginning of the game, you draft out the characters. So you have 9 characters that you can play from, and you draft out, and each of the characters have like special powers. So you based on the draft, you look behind, and then you can expect, okay, these players are playing this number of cards, or this maybe playing these players. So what is the expectation, and what do you think your opponent is going to do? So if you're going to disrupt them, or if your opponent is going to disrupt you, because things like the assassin basically just ends one guy's turn. Or not the who else? The thief.
Okay.
The thief steals your money. So you have to be wary if these cards are missing from the draft pool already. So And then you also have to be wary about how people are reading your play.
Okay.
So if you got lots of cards in hands, or you've got one card in hand, you probably want to pick the Magician, which allows you to, swap cards with players.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Swap
maybe,
hands?
swap hands.
Whoa, that's
So maybe
dope.
the guy with the biggest hand might have taken the Assassin to go and kill the Magician. Or maybe the guy with the biggest hand just took the Architect so they can play more cards. So, it's complex. The game becomes extremely complex. And you have to read your opponents so that you can interact with them well. Because if you can't read what your opponents are trying to do, if they're trying to stop you, or if you're trying to stop an opponent from winning, then you're gonna falter at the game. It's very unforgiving, because once you read it wrong, and then you just mess up, your entire plan's just messed up. Because if you thought, let's say John was going to pick a certain character, and you pick the thief, and then you pick John as that character,
Okay.
and it turns out that he isn't, and you basically get directed to some guy who has no gold.
Oh.
So yeah,
Feels bad.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
So it's like magic.
It's if you don't read your opponent well, you're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is like magic.
That's like kind of a lot of games actually.
That's
yeah.
Let's talk about resource. Maybe talk about long-term planning. Long-term planning.
Okay.
There's this one game which is fantastic with long-term planning, and that's the game called Ticket to Ride.
Whoa.
Ticket to Ride. You
Wait.
start off the game
Okay.
with train tracks. With what you call it? With routes that you need to complete.
Okay.
And usually you keep one of those long routes, or a few of the short routes. And this you have to start planning ahead in advance, okay? Because you have to pick up colored trains so that you can lay down tracks. You can claim stations.
Okay.
Claim routes. So, you got to plan a bit earlier, and then you pick up, usually what happens is that you pick up train cars, you pick up the colored train cars, and then at the end of the game, or, somewhere in between, then you start laying tracks so that your opponents can't really read where you're going. But there are some strategic points that you need to pick up first, that you need to lay down first. And that's where, Ticket to Ride teaches you to plan ahead. What if my opponent took this route that I wanted to play? You haven't played Ticket to Ride before?
No,
right?
I haven't.
Man, it's such a fun
I'm
game.
just here.
You
I'm trying to analyze what the game is about, and I'm like,
it's hard to analyze.
is it like snakes?
It's no, it's not like snakes. It's you have to. So the board is made out of. Let's bring up.
Okay.
Go type in that Ticket to Ride. So yeah, if you messed up your route. So yeah, you have all these routes. You can see here all these routes, and then you got to claim them so that you can connect one point to another point. So this guy needs to connect from here to here.
Okay.
So you just explaining to Alfian. So you need blue color cars. You need the most direct route. You need white color cars. You need pink color cars. And you need blue color cars.
Okay.
And then these are like generic color cars. So you prioritize certain things early on, because if your opponent took a small track that was, you can see the yellow starting to take up this space.
Yeah.
So, if he started taking this
Mm-hmm.
and then starts taking this, then you've got to reroute, and you've got to figure out how to,
How to get there.
how to get there
Okay.
by other means.
Can you cross tracks?
Sorry?
Can you cross tracks?
You can cross tracks, but you can't share tracks unless they're
okay.
double the two double lines.
Okay,
So
okay.
Ticket to Ride, one of the most awesome games about long-term planning, because you really have to read further into the game, and then you have to read your opponents. But it's hard to read your opponents unless they start laying down tracks.
Mhm.
And once they start laying down tracks, then you understand, okay, this is where my opponent wants to go. I need to go, monopolize this area.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's move on. Resource management.
Okay.
And one of the games so resource management ties back to mana, spending your turns, how to spend your turns most effectively.
How to
Granted that
keep your cards in your hand.
How you get? Yeah, by holding them.
Yes.
But yeah, how do you effectively spend your turns, because your only resource is mana and cards.
Mm-hmm.
And do you spend the turn holding up, making sure that you have a counter spell, or do you go to develop your board or go develop your mana, and stuff like that. And Power Grid is one of the most powerful games that that uses this whole idea of resource management, because at the end of the game, Power Grid, all you have is money.
Okay, yeah, that
Money you need to use to buy power plants. Money you need to use to buy resources like coal, wood, and stuff. Money is also used to buy the license to power a city.
Okay.
And then is that all that money is used for? Yeah. Okay. And then after that, then the resources that you bought, like all the oil, the coal, the wood, you use it to power your nuclear waste.
Power your power plant?
Your power plant.
Mm-hmm.
And powering your power plant gets you back money.
Oh.
But if you do it ineffectively, because there's an order to it, if you don't read your opponent well, if you do it ineffectively,
you lose money.
Because you don't want to be you don't want to be putting too many resources in it and then not getting back the most, because you always get back more.
Mm-hmm.
You always get back a bit more so that the next turn will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay,
you're not maximizing your turn. You're not maximizing your resources. So Power Grid is extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Mind the pun. Pun intended there.
Well,
but at just managing your resources, and your only resource at that point in time is money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, I guess another game that especially Joe told me that touted as a complete resource management is like FFTCG.
Oh yeah. So another FFTCG teaches you about resource management, because this game is quite new.
Yeah.
Every card in hand is a Simian Spirit Guide
times 2.
Produces 2 mana. So there are only 3 card types in the game. There is summons, which are basically instants.
Yeah.
Then you have forwards, which are your creatures.
Yeah.
And then you have these things called backups, which are basically mana rocks, which produce 1 mana each, and then some of them have special abilities. But to play a backup, you need to discard cards.
Yeah.
So to start playing cards, you need to discard cards.
Yeah.
So what do you keep in hand? So you need to manage what you keep left in your hand versus what you play on the board. Do you develop your backups? Do you develop your mana base? Or do you put more forwards on the field, to apply more pressure?
Yeah. Because if you put too much resources onto your board, your opponent gets removal and removes your creature. Then
or your backup. Sometimes they can just remove your backup.
Yeah, backup too. But if you put too much of your backup, then you have nothing on the field. They just hit you.
And then they can just hit you. So is this like struggle between how much do I commit to certain areas? And there's only 2 areas, and it's so it's complex, because every hand that you draw, you have these cards, and if you discard them, you're never going to get them back
unless you have multiples.
Unless you got
recursion.
Unless you got recursion. Because there are multiples in the deck, fine. Are you going to get to those multiples? Are you going to draw those multiples? And that's where it gets, precarious. This is not good in this situation. Do I discard it? Or it can be good in a future situation. Do I discard it now? So that's what FFTCG is promoting. The other thing that it does very well is to teach you about combat math, because every card is a Simian Spirit Guide.
Okay.
If your opponent has cards in hand and they're attacking with unfavorably, or if you think you're attacking in favorably,
okay,
sometimes it will blow you out. And it's just
Reading your opponent.
yeah, your opponent will blow you out because they're combat tricks, and combat tricks, just at this point in time, it's not like destroy creature or whatever,
It's
but
like increase your power.
increase power,
deal damage.
exactly. So it's very it's very alpha beta magic.
Yeah. Something
Alpha
like
beta
that.
magic was like, oh, giant growth, caught you.
Get
Or,
wrecked.
Yeah, get wrecked. Or giant strength, or this thing. So, this is the Final Fantasy card game, and it's very good at teaching you resource management. You should try to pick it up. It's a fun game. The other one that was sort of like resource management was long-term planning and resource management was Initial D, the card game. But
Wait,
that
what?
never.
That's
that
a
never
card game?
Yeah, that's a card game. It's a
Whoa.
fantastic card game.
I thought there was like cards just put into the arcade machines and
No.
they didn't read those.
This was if it had survived. Initial D card game to me was the best card game I've ever played
Whoa, that's
because every card that you play
okay.
is both offense and defense, and then it's both offense and defense. So you had to defend from your opponent's previous maneuver, and with that same maneuver, you are counter attacking. And if your counter attack is weak, then your opponent can play a very strong attack with very weak counter attack. So you're always on the back foot.
Oh, okay.
So you have to manage that resource of cards in hand so that you can try to gain the upper hand. Very cool game. Cool game. Anyway, let's move on to drafting.
Ooh, drafting.
Do we want to talk about deck building or drafting first?
I think they're almost the same.
No. Deck building and draft. Okay, maybe you talk about deck building.
Okay.
Deck building. Because deck building involves this whole idea of metagame.
Yeah.
Which means that you need to study the field. You need to have this instinct. Okay, this is what people are playing. And then you need to understand, okay, this is what's good against that deck. If I drew this card, it's going to be great in that deck. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. And then you put it in the deck, or you build the deck around it. And the games that we're talking about, Hearthstone, extremely metagame dependent. You have to try read what your opponent's playing. You need to understand what your opponent's deck is so that you don't get blown out. You don't overcommit to the board if you know your opponent's playing a card like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other game I think you're very familiar with is Shadowverse.
Yeah, that's my favorite game.
Which is basically Magic combined with
Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
It's Magic Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Hearthstone Magic.
Yeah, so basically, you could play the way you could pick the decks is like, this deck looks fun, I want to play it.
No, but that's how you play Magic the Gathering as well. But if you're gonna run PPTQs, if you're gonna run GPs, you want to pick the best deck. You want to make sure that your
deck just beats other decks.
Your deck just beats other decks because that's the best strategy. Honestly,
yeah, you could like pick the worst deck in the world, but it beats the best deck.
Yeah, the best deck.
Then your worst deck becomes the best deck. Wait.
Yep. Maybe.
That's how metagame works, right?
Yeah, that's how metagame works.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you tweak the deck so that it's strong against the field.
Or you could be the field and just meta deck yourself.
Maybe I just play like commons and uncommons and look at your opponent. You don't know what this card does, right?
You just play mono lands.
Yeah, 60 card, 60 islands, and then go.
Some crow.
So yeah, Hearthstone and Shadowverse, very very good for this skill deck building because you have to read up.
Yeah,
You cannot be lazy. You have to go online, go find out what people are playing.
Look at the tier list.
You look at the tier list, exactly.
Yeah.
Go do your research, and then you go play. These games.
Are the decks beatable? Is there any possible way to beat the meta decks?
Yeah.
If no,
then play the best deck.
just play the meta deck.
Yeah. And play the best deck, and still tune the deck so that you can beat the mirror.
Deck.
The mirror game. Okay. Last skill that we want to bring up, which is drafting skills. Okay, so you see, right? All this is leading up to draft, which is, I believe, the most skill-intensive format in Magic the Gathering.
Maybe that's why I suck at MTG, because I don't draft.
Because drafting requires you to read your opponent during the draft and read your opponent during the game. It requires you to build your deck. It requires a great knowledge of combat math. What can blow me out? One of the things that Mark has taught me when I watch Mark play is that when he goes to combat in Limited, he never rules out anything. What if you've got that Mighty Leap? What if you've got that +1/+1? What if you just remove a -1/-1 counter and give it hexproof? Do I get blown out? And if he reads it well, he won't attack. Or if he thinks of it, he doesn't attack. So that's one of the fantastic things about that. Long-term planning, maybe not so much, but how do you go long?
Yeah,
you want to read what's in your deck to make sure that you have something that can win the game. Otherwise, just scoop there.
Yeah,
Don't
you
waste
gotta
the time.
really know what's in the set as well.
Exactly. And then you've also got to bluff your opponent.
Yeah. Maybe so like you could have anything in your hand. If you're playing those colors, you could
you literally can have anything.
Yeah, you could have anything of that color.
Then you just have to remember. Yeah, you have to remember what's in that set, which requires you to meta game a little.
Yeah.
And then hold up the mana so that you can bluff your opponent.
Yeah, bluff that counter spell, man.
Bluff that counter spell, yes. So games that involve drafting, so they don't involve all these elements, but they teach you how to draft. They teach you how to read your opponent while you're playing.
Okay.
And one of these games that does it very well is Seven Wonders.
What's that?
Seven Wonders, go search it up.
Okay.
Seven Wonders is literally a drafting game. You draw 7 cards, and you have 7 players on the table. So you'll never see your cards again. Is it 6 or 7 cards? I forget.
Well, 7 would make sense.
I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So 7. 7 cards from Civilization 1. 7 cards for Civilization 2. And then 7 cards for Civilization 3. So you only play 3 rounds of draft. So these are your 3 packs.
Okay.
First pack, first pick. What do you get? And then you turn it upwards, which means that everybody can see the card.
Whoa.
So everybody knows what you're drafting. But can you read well?
Mm-hmm.
In Magic the Gathering, you don't know what your opponent's drafting. All you can do is guess. But in Seven Wonders, you flip the card over.
Yeah,
and
you know what they're drafting.
You know what they're drafting, but can you read the strategy well? Because you're never going to see your pack again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pass on your pack. You know what's in your pack. Your opponent picks one. You know what they picked. You know what they're prioritizing. So this is what, and then when it comes in the other way, you can kind of guess what your opponent's playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic draft game. It's based on points. If you've never played Seven Wonders, do pick it up. This is one of the, I believe it has won a Spell Deja award.
What's the Spell Deja award?
It's the only award that actually matters. Does it? No, I don't think so. No.
It's not that cool.
It's not that good. But it's good. It's a fantastic game. Spell Deja is basically the granddaddy. It's like the Emmys.
Oh,
the Oscars. No, maybe not the Oscars. Video game awards
for board games. Wait, so what board games won that?
A lot.
What?
Dixit won Spell Dejas. Ticket to Ride won Spell Dejas.
Cool.
So if any award, so you can see that there are like 4 awards here, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. There's only one that really matters. 'Cause all these kind of like phony shit awards.
Yeah.
But you have like the Spell Dejas, which is a German, this German like branding game award thing. If you win that, your game's good. If you win a German game, and Germans are all like Einstein, everything is like in order. Game mechanics mechanically very sound and very good. Then they give you an award.
Nice.
So if it's not German, then you can forget about it.
Cry.
Cry. So, or Swiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swiss or German.
Swiss or German, yeah.
Okay.
Which generally in Switzerland, like they either speak Germany or they either speak German or French.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they not have their own Swiss language?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's no such thing as Swiss language.
Do they speak English?
Very little.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. It kind of sucks if you're there.
I feel like eating spaghetti now.
Cool. That's Italian, dude. The other game that's really fun to draft is Sushi Go. Can you type in Sushi Go? Sushi Go is like a less intense version.
Wait, what?
Of Seven Wonders.
It's so cute. The art
Yeah,
is
it's
so cute.
really cute. It's hilarious. Again, you draft face up, and you need to read your opponent. What are they going for? What are they trying to achieve with their set? So you got like nigiri, which just gives you points straight up. You got like tempura, which if you get 2,
Yeah.
then you get 10 points.
Oh, cool.
Or you get 5 points or 10 points.
I don't know. It
5
says
points
times
each,
2
yeah.
equals 5.
Times 2 equals 5. Then if you've got pudding.
Yeah.
So if you pick up pudding, if you got the most, you got 4 points. If you got the least, you get minus 6 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Then if you got maki rolls and stuff like that. So they all they all have like different abilities. Things like chopsticks. Chopsticks makes it what's that? Conspiracy draft was the emissary, which allowed you to put back the emissary, and after that you take 2 cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, instead. So
there's so much flavor
it's
in
fun.
this too.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's
Wasabi
hilariously
gives
fun.
the next nigiri times 3. Wow.
Yeah. So you play you play the wasabi and then hope that the next pack will have nigiri. But you do play this as you pick your cards. You play it open. So that people can see, what's what you have. So the nigiri, on the other hand, nigiri has a rating, so you can see, it's a 1, 2, or 3 nigiri. Yeah.
Oh.
So of course, if you got a 3 nigiri, you take the nigiri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nigiri is good.
Nigiri is good. Okay. Sorry, the maki roll.
Oh.
Not the nigiri.
Maki roll is good too, I guess.
Yeah, maki roll is good. Sashimi is cute. If you pick out 3 sashimi, then you get 10 points.
Wow. Nice.
Sweet. Sweat.
Sweat.
All right, so those are the games that we have picked out that will help you improve your play of Magic the Gathering. If you have any other suggestions, if you have any other of your favorite board games that you think that help you improve your Magic game, because this list is not exhaustive.
Yeah, there's definitely
by
more
any
games.
means. They're definitely what's that? All those
other card games.
Yeah, cryptozoic games, the deck building games.
I even left out My Little Pony card game.
Oh,
that's actually pretty resource intensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
It's like it's like FF.
Oh, it's like FF. Okay.
Yeah, it's like FF.
Except cuter.
Yeah.
And less known, well known. IP.
Rest in peace, Ripple.
Ripple. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, okay. So if you have any suggestions, do put it in the comments, and we'll bring it up the next session.
Yeah.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Alfian, you got anything to add to this episode?
Yeah, I do.
What?
So guys, if you play Magic, just remember that Magic is like life. If you want to improve on something, maybe doing other things will help you do that something.
Oh yeah. That's good advice, man.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Power 9 Podcast. Remember, you can find all the episodes and all the older episodes, new episodes as well. Power9podcast.com, mtgcast.com, as well as on iTunes. And now, there's this automatic thing that Podbean does, which is to post up the podcast straight onto YouTube for us.
Whoa, really?
So I don't need to do any work.
Broke.
Yes, this is
technology.
This is why we pay $10 a month, so that I don't have to do so much work.
Yeah,
I just need to produce a podcast. And in fact, I'm going to produce a podcast right after this. So yeah, you can find us on YouTube. Just type in there Power 9 Podcast. If you don't want to, if you don't usually listen to the podcast on your phone or apps and stuff like that.
Yes.
You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Power9Podcast, on Instagram @Power9Podcast, and on Twitter @Power9Podcast.
The 9 is the number 9.
You can find myself on Twitter @TheAsianJudge. You can find Alfian @
Scription YN.
Yeah. And you can also find us on Twitch, doing the streams every Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and sometimes on the weekends. Twitch.tv/TheAsianJudge, Twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. Yeah, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Just tune in and watch.
Just listen to us talk about the games, I guess.
Yeah, talk about people holding cards in their hands and then doing bad stuff.
Making bad decisions.
Yeah, making extremely bad decisions, and then we get very angry.
Yeah, and even though I can't probably do any better.
I get so frustrated, man. Watching.
Like, wait, why are you holding that? Yeah. Why do you swing with Death Shadow when he has 2 life left?
Why you no cycle the sensor, bro?
Why can't you just not seize him?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well.
Alright, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
Ciao.